All right, guys, welcome. This is Thoughts and Shit, Wave 1, Volume 1. The concept we're going to be covering is God real, which is just a huge, awesome concept. That I'm like so excited to get into this.
I am too.
It's just like it is. It's such a broad like concept that
it can be very controversial, but that's why we're here to talk about it. Talk about
we're here to get uncomfortable
things and make them comfortable to talk about.
Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm Tucker. I'm a part of the Thoughts and Shit. Oh boy, we can edit. That's fine. So I'm Tucker.
And I'm Max.
My name is Alex.
And together we make up the team that is Thoughts and
Shit.
And that was unscripted, in case you didn't know. So is God real? That's the concept. And like this is something we've previously talked about. We're all like incredibly hyped to do this. Like we've already planned for all this stuff. But we have actually had this discussion before, and like, is God real?
All right, so guys, is God real?
Well, the simple short answer, in my opinion, no.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just go around the circle here.
So yeah, I went to school at a Catholic school,
For what, 6 years? Was it 6 or 7
Catholic
years?
school. Yeah, I mean, I went there kindergarten through 6th grade. It would have been. So going to school at a Catholic church, I'm now like atheist, which is kind of hilarious because like. Yeah. I don't know, like how ironic. I seriously went the first 6 years of my life. I was taught, like we went to church on Thursdays, like as a part of school.
Every Thursday. Yeah. We had a religion class.
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm not like Christian at all. So I'm atheist. So I God to me, I don't know. It's a lot to wrap your head around, and it's a lot to wrap your head around if he's not real. Like then what's
what's after life? What is the origins of the universe? Like there's so many things with that. So I take it you believe in the Big Bang Theory then? That's like the most widely accepted.
Here's my like these are my thoughts and shit on this topic. I believe that like all of us are here and like all of us equally don't know why the fuck we are like here. you know? Yeah. Like none of us know. Like I don't care who you are. Like you go to the top and it's like scientists,
Yeah.
And like they can like say that they have, which they do have like proof. So I'm not trying to slam science here or anything because in the first episode of a podcast you don't want to put that kind of vibe out there. But like I'm a believer in like we all are here, and I don't think any of us really know exactly what we're doing here, which is crazy. That's such a cool thing to wrap your head around, man. Or try to wrap your head around.
I mean, you don't believe in God, and you obviously don't believe in the Bible, but do you believe in life after death, or what do you believe in after death, personally?
Dude, I just like I don't. Well, we all What do you think?
One thing that I've said about this a lot is like when like before you're born, it's just a state of non-existence.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you're not just sitting around waiting, like watching time pass you by and like thinking, when am I going to be born?
You can't remember anything before that. You can't remember the darkness or whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
you're non-existent.
It's non-existent, but
so personally, I believe after you die, you return to that place. And it's over.
Yeah.
And so I think Christianity and all religions were developed to help people cope with that idea because they needed an explanation.
Exactly. No, that's exactly like that is like I think that's the closest thing to explanation. Like that's the closest explanation we have for religion,
right?
Which is crazy because that explanation is just basically like they made it because they were scared.
Yeah.
Like that's what religion is to me.
They wanted a why.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we have science, which is kind of a better one, honestly.
Exactly.
In my opinion, that's
totally true.
So,
what about? Do you believe in that you have a soul? Honestly, because I on a personal note, I believe that whether it's heaven, whether it's purgatory, hell, whatever it is, I believe there's something after death. I don't know what. Yeah. But I believe there's something. I as Alex had a fair point saying about how you're in a state of non-existence. Yeah, that's easily believable. However, I believe that everybody does have a soul, and
Okay, that was awkward. All right, that's okay, but that's okay. That's what we're getting this out here. So, okay. All right. So, okay. No. Well, hold up. We're fine.
I know. I was just moving the mouse.
Okay.
So it wouldn't die.
So there was a comedy special that I watched. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but he's like, why is everyone on Earth, not everyone, this is most of anyone that belongs to a religion, they're living their lives based on like what they think is going to happen after their lives rather than living their lives to live their life. Like, we know that this human life is real, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, why not just make the most out of that and whatever happens.
On it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, honestly. Exactly. Like, focus on the now rather than what's going to happen to you, 70 years from now when you die of a heart attack. Like, that's something totally scary to think about. But, like, make the most of what you got now. That's just kind of like, I don't have a religion, but that's what I live by.
Live your life and treat others with respect. Be nice.
It almost sounds like we're closing up the podcast with like a positive message. Yeah. But, no, so, I don't know. One argument that I have, and this has been like so overused and everything, but I just want to bring it back up. I've heard many people argue this, but all of the major religions of the world, Christianity, Islam, Muslim, all these enormous religions, they all believe that they are right.
Yeah.
They're right.
Not everyone can be right.
And you know
which
what?
means everyone's
that's
wrong.
Yeah, that's very true.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, my dad, who I have conversations with about this stuff. Like, sometimes my dad and I will talk for hours about stuff just like this. He's atheist too. But, like, if you look back in history, like, most of the wars, like, most of the big major wars were because of religion. Like, that's crazy. Religion has caused, like, this, I don't know.
I mean, if religions teach peace, why can't we achieve peace?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's true. Well, I mean, there are some religions that actually...
And it's
they promote aggression.
Yeah, they do.
I know,
Yeah, that's not true at all, that all religions promote peace.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you need an answer. You need an answer for that. ISIS, like, they're Muslim.
They follow.
But
I mean,
they're Muslim or extremists, which I'm not. And again, first episode, I'm not trying.
I don't want to comment on like this kind of like stuff because I'm kind of ignorant about it.
No, yeah, but like that's I don't know. We definitely like okay. First episode of a podcast, we're not trying to throw shade at Muslims at all because I know that that's just the extremists and that for the most part that even that religion is fine. It's just... another thing that I want to bring up. Okay, last night I was watching another comedy special. I'm a huge fan of comedy specials, which is why I like to talk a lot about stuff like this. So Louis C.K. 2017 on Netflix. If you haven't watched it yet and you're interested in this podcast, go check it out because it totally like relates to this. He says like in that comedy special that the Christians won, and like and that makes and you're probably wondering like I wondered when he said that I was like why? Do
you know?
I honestly don't know. Yeah, I have no clue. But like he said the Christians won, and I was like why would he say that? And then like think about this. It's 2017 right now, correct?
Yeah.
It's 2017. 2017 years since what? Jesus Christ. Like, think about that. Worldwide, everybody is going. Like,
well, not necessarily about that calendar. There's such a variety.
That's not true. It's 2017 like everywhere.
Calendar.
Yeah, the Gregorian calendar. And then you have the freaking
most
the
people
Korean calendar, which goes from Kim Il Sung. That's
who cares?
That's Kim Jong Un's great grandfather. The year is 130 in
okay,
North
but let's
Korea.
keep it. Okay, and then let's just keep it.
I'll agree with you. The Gregorian calendar is obviously the most widely accepted.
Yes.
In the United States. In the United States.
That's stretched beyond like religion. I mean, I'm an atheist, and I don't say.
But it's rooted with religion, though. Like 2017.
Yeah. No,
everybody in the United States right now that speaks English, okay, and goes by that calendar, whatever you said. I don't know. Like.
Gregorian,
yeah. It's 2017, and I don't think most of the people that say that realize that. It's been like so like
1780 after death.
Yeah. Long story short,
well, that's not what it truly stands for.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it.
And then like, yeah, just the fact that like the Christians made that, and then like, what about all the years before Jesus Christ? Oh yeah, those go backwards. What the fuck? Like
1200 BC, 13,000 BC.
Yeah,
like
that's such
goes on and on.
Exactly. It's like such a crazy, and like all of that is like Christianity.
Yeah.
And so like that he totally backed that up, and he did it so much funnier than I did. But like that's something to think about. Like that's a huge dub for the Christians. I would think like.
That kind of like begs the question. Like I don't know. This kind of like going off on a tangent, but like origin of the universe.
Yeah.
Like Big Bang Theory, all this stuff. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I have no comment on that. Seriously, it's so.
And that's because he's like religious, like that. That's probably something that would interfere with that. Yeah. But like I
personally, there's there's no way. I don't fucking know, dude.
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
nobody knows.
Nobody does.
But I don't believe in God because there's no proof.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. But no, as you guys disagree with me, I believe that God created the universe personally. But you guys, obviously, since you're atheists.
In the battle between like religion and science, I just think science wins. You know?
Yeah.
Like science, obviously,
there's something to grasp.
There's one word here that is huge that science has on religion, and that is proof. Like so.
The
science,
burden of proof for religion is just much too large, and it's not being met.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, with science, like I don't know. I mean, if I had to like say that and again, I'm a believer in the fact that all of us equally don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Obviously.
Which is
course,
fine.
Yeah.
But like, if I had to lean towards something, I'd probably, evolution, sure.
I totally agree with that.
My great grandfather was a monkey.
That's another thing. This is about like the origins of religion. I think that humans evolved obviously from apes and whatever.
Yeah.
And with that process of evolution, developed a sense of consciousness. So I think there's no difference between us and like apes other than that sense of consciousness. And with that, like we developed like the fear of not knowing.
Yeah.
And that's the birth of Christianity and other religions. But I've also heard stuff like,
oh, I love that. Just pause that for a second. Yeah. The fear of not knowing. That's like that right there. I think that's exactly that is the root of like religion, in my opinion. Which obviously this is all opinions.
Yeah,
so I feel like I shouldn't need to state that, but it's an opinion, not a fact. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, we can edit that out if we need to. But that's totally how I feel about that.
Yeah,
man. Like it's. I think that's like that. We need to talk about that. The ground rule, like one, if you don't like what we're saying, like we totally understand. It's an opinion.
This is something to say in the pilot, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. But we can edit this, right, and put it in the pilot. Yeah. So yeah, like that's a ground rule for us. Like if you don't like what we have to say about something, we encourage you to stick around. But
leave, give us feedback, or just I don't fucking know.
Thanks, Max.
Okay. Yeah. God. Sure. Okay.
What?
So. Are we gonna get back to the religion thing then?
I would like
yeah, you were saying something that was awesome. The fear of not knowing. That's where I kind of stopped.
Yeah. I don't know.
That concept though.
They say like a lot of like religions were actually born in the desert as like a result of hallucinations and stuff too. I don't know if that's
how crazy is that?
Yeah, I've heard stuff on that.
Guys,
I don't know if that's true. So
just think about this, okay? So I've been using this 90% thing as a statistic that I have no clue and probably should have researched before this. But like, you have to think that like 85-90% of people on this world are faithful in some religion, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Atheists are in the minority.
Yeah, exactly. Atheists are totally in the minority. But all of them are like basing their stuff on like
Bronze Age mythology.
Yeah, just like it could be desert hallucinations, people. Think about that.
Absolutely.
Like, if you believe in a religion right now, it's total. I'm not trying to get you to not believe in a religion because, again, it's the first goddamn episode.
All of my friends are Christians.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Here's something that goes along with this topic. All right, so you're familiar with the burning bush, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Oops. All right, so you're familiar with the burning bush, all right? So, who is it? You're not.
No,
yeah, I've never heard of the burning bush.
Well, okay. The reason I asked Alex is because he's
Christian.
He's a former Christian.
So am I.
I figured
that is a title right there. Yeah, I'm a former Christian. I used to believe in God, and then I came to the light.
Whoa, that was
shots. God, see, that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't have my last name on this, folks. Like,
I think Max was.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Anyway,
this is great, man. This is a conversation. This is
freaking
perfect.
You lost me now. All right, thank you.
The burning bush, ladies and gentlemen. The burning bush. Nobody knows what it is quite yet.
Burning bush. That sounds like a fucking.
All right, so.
This is our teenage boy. Side coming out. We're trying to be intelligent, but yeah. Okay.
So he consumes berries from the bush, and he hallucinates and believes the bush is on fire, therefore creating the biblical story of the burning bush. So that's where it's adapted from. I just thought I'd brought that up since we're on that topic of how fucking religions came from hallucinations.
So I got a question for you then, Maxwell. Not gonna say the rest of your name because it's a podcast and we don't want people knowing. I've got a question.
Yeah.
Do you at all think that I have to think that you've probably thought this before, but like, is there any like space in your brain that you're like, yeah, maybe this is all just a bunch of bullshit? Like,
I think every Christian
like, yeah, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, doubting. Like, are you doubtful at all of your religion?
Doubtful. The only thing I'm doubtful on, I believe in God. All right. I don't necessarily believe in the story of Adam and Eve. It's hard. It's really, I don't know.
Okay, this is like, I'm not gonna lie. Religion to me is just an idea that like I could never wrap my head around. I will never belong to like a religion. I don't think.
And that's
so like yeah, and that's fine because I'm an atheist. So yeah, but like what? I don't know. Why do you believe in Christianity? Like what? Because there's no proof, right? And it's just a book that was wrote like what? 15 billion years ago, like so long ago. That's obviously like
it's totally driven by faith.
Yeah, it's totally driven by faith. So like what makes you believe that you're going to heaven,
right?
That's
it.
That's all
I was being raised early in my early childhood to go into Sunday school every Sunday. That's a factor that contributes, but
right, so it's traditional. It's passed down. It's an idea that's passed down.
It's passed down. However, I do accept it. I do believe in it. Despite the fact I've been raised into a Christian household, but just all the miracles that happen each day, Christianity gives me a whole different outlook on life. I would say.
All right, so now I've got another little scenario for you, and I'm sorry if it seems like us atheists are ganging up on you.
No, it's all good. No, that's what we're here for. Discussion.
Okay, so, so ISIS just a few days ago, and this is good that I can bring this in. Not ISIS. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a few days ago, an ISIS guy drives a van in London.
Yep.
And kills one.
Manchester.
okay, yeah.
Manchester.
Sure. Was it in?
No,
Manchester
it was in
London.
London. Yeah, both. Yeah.
London was the main one, but sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with the more Manchester. Ariana Grande concert. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. The bombing.
And that guy, the bombing. Yes. That happens, kills. I don't know how many people it killed. What was it like?
I don't know.
It was 22.
Yeah, there were quite a few people killed, and like they're dead.
Oh, I think there's like 6 killed, 22 injured or something.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But you know, like terrible things happen.
Right?
Exactly, terrible things happen to good people. Is God real? Like, why? What? Like, where?
What God would allow that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, where do you go when that happens? Like.
What do you mean, where do I go? Like
God has a plan for you.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
What was the plan for those families?
Exactly. Like, I don't think the plan was for, the parents of those kids to be like, oh my lord, my kids were just killed at a Ariana Grande concert. Like, that's something that, that's what completely drove me away from religion. Like, that's a part of it. A lot had to do with it. But, like, just, it's so much, like, terrible shit happens, guys. Like, whether you want to face it or not.
That's true.
And I feel like religion is just something that, like, it's good for the brain, I guess. Like, it's good for those people to think, like, the parents of those victims to think, like, oh, they're in a better place now. And I totally see where they're coming from with that. And that's the part of religion that I really like and wish that I could hop on. But I can't. So, like, what, as a Christian... I don't know. Like, what makes you think that was God's plan for them? And I'm not saying I'm not trying to like blame whatever. Sure, I'm not trying to put a negative connotation on that at all.
Fuck. Man, you're actually making me think very hard. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But
that seriously was a good question.
It's just stuff like that happens all the time, and it's like, how could that ever be God's plan for somebody? Like, it's just. Those were good, like
it was evil acts.
Exactly,
very evil.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, if you ask like one of the terrorists that did it, like they would say that their God like or Allah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That
really shouldn't say that. We're gonna blur that out, but
what
you cannot say that word in the media. But yeah, it's fine. We're fine.
Like,
we're totally fine.
That drove them to do that. Obviously.
So there's another, like, that's another thing that drove me away from religion. Like, you get into extremists. And you get into extremists in any religion, like, including Christianity. And, like, you'll run into bad people, Like, and my definition of bad people. Like, if you get to the, like... And, okay, here's another conversation of its own. The corruption in religion is absolutely insane. Like, seriously, the corrupt. Like, have you ever seen like the programs with like, there's some famous.
Are you talking about televangelists?
Yes, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, those guys are selfish bastards.
Well, I have another thing to add about
that's perfect. Yeah,
no,
selfish bastard.
It's ridiculous. It's not even. They're not even speaking the good word of God. They're seriously asking for money.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not fucking kidding you.
Right.
You can tune in. You can look up televangelists fails on YouTube. I'm not shitting you not, and they'll be like, They've said like, I could buy 2 jet airplanes cash. You seriously have. I mean. I like Joel Osteen. He has a good word, but also
Joel Osteen. That's funny that you say that because that's the guy that my dad was seriously? Like. That guy's horrible.
He seriously makes like $30 million a year. Yeah, and you still ask for money. He preaches the word of God. Yeah. But it's to an extent where it's just greed.
And really. like even in church when I went to like St. Thomas and stuff,
Okay,
where we would do what did they call that?
Offering.
Yeah, like the offering. They'd pass the thing
that goes to the church, but who knows?
Does it go to the church?
It does go to the church.
That went to the church. I thought that went to like Peruers. It went to.
It goes. Okay, so part of it goes to the church.
Yeah.
The pastor, Sunday school, pay for different shit. Some of it goes to charity.
And see, that's the thing too. Like where like you don't know.
A lot of priests and pastors have gotten in a lot of trouble in the past.
Yeah.
Due to the fact they've kept that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we straying from like the root of the conversation?
Well, that's what we can't talk about. Is God real for 25? But actually, we can get back to that.
So. One thing that, the first thing that I ever thought that, like, put doubt in my mind was, like, the fucking Bible. Like, I feel like, like, the 10 Commandments, like, all that shit. I feel like the Bible was wrote as a way to make people, like, subservient and obey the laws.
Exactly, yes. That's perfect, man.
So who knows who the hell wrote the Bible? I mean, obviously, it was, like many of these, like, desert men that fucking... Yeah. I mean, there's many authors of the Bible.
Yeah. And then, another thing, too, like... And we're not trying to like gang up on Christianity because there's a lot of things here that it seems like Alex and I have been attacking, which we haven't. Okay, we're not trying to attack it. We're just trying to bring it up for discussion. But oh shit,
there's a lot of flaws in Christianity.
Now I just lost. Yeah, there are a lot of flaws.
Actually, it's completely based around like misogyny and a bunch of other bad shit.
So the argument that I have for Christians that believe in God, which is total. I'm not trying to convince you to be atheist, okay? Because you're faithful and good for you. That's totally fine with me. Okay, but like. Have you guys ever played a game of telephone? Like, there's 3 people right here in this room right now, and if we played telephone, the same thing would not be, end up the same. So, like, the Bible, the thought that the Bible has been passed down for, like, how long? Thousands and thousands of years. And, like, kept anywhere near the same it was when it was wrote. Like, just think, the languages have changed. Everything has changed. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the human mind has changed. Like, there's
much more advanced.
It's inevitable that the Bible that you read now is what I would think would be just completely different than the Bible that was originally wrote.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
I agree. Yeah. There are some variations, but
some variations.
Like how are
some variations? Thousands and thousands of years and just some variations. I doubt it. Yeah. There's got to be so many variations. I mean, I don't even think it. Like, I don't know. You can make the argument that like if you showed a Bible right now to like a person thousands of years ago, they wouldn't recognize the fucking book. Like seriously, they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, that's something to think about. If you're Christian.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that there's like a book that kind of without. There would like not really be much of a religion.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
What would Christianity be without
the Bible? Yes, yeah. And that's a book that was wrote so many years ago.
Yeah.
And
I have another thing to add too. So this is about like, there's never been an outwardly atheistic president either, and the only way for you to have a shot of being president of the United States is to just talk.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying, man.
Because like nobody's gonna vote for an atheistic president.
Exactly.
But I think in like 20 years or
that
in 100 years,
totally.
I think that'd be completely different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are kind of like
no.
It sounds douchey, but I feel like people are like critically thinking a little bit more.
Exactly.
And like I don't know. I think if you use any logic, Christianity makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. And no.
In my opinion.
Yeah. But the same follows for like any religion. Like we're not just going at Christianity.
I know.
Like most religions are this way, they're based on things that people did or said like millions of years ago or thousands of years ago. Like, that's just crazy to wrap your head around. But yeah, like you were saying, the atheist population is for sure growing, and like, I don't know.
And I think like I was watching this thing, and this is like totally random, but it was about like an alien. It was like totally fake, but it was this alien that's like from the future, and it was talking about like how it was actually a human that had evolved, and he talked about like, yeah, we've evolved past the need for superstition, and we've like nobody believes in a god.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like God is a superstition. And
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you've got to think about that, like with the human race, like where it is right now. Like the atheist population is growing, and you've got to think that that's because of like, you know, the evolution of the brain of the human.
Perhaps,
like, but you're totally right. Like it's just more critical thinking, and like I don't know. It's tough being like an atheist and talking about this, because like it sounds like we're just attacking like, you know, like every religion, and that's not at all what we're trying to, you know, convey here. But like,
I'm just sharing my opinions.
Yeah, but like just the thought of religion to me is like so crazy and just out there that it does kind of seem like just somebody's, you know, somebody trying to tell people what's there at the end. So we are currently sitting at 26 minutes 16 seconds. After editing, it'll probably be about 20 minutes. Thank you for tuning in to the first volume of Thoughts and Shit, Wave 1. Let's get uncomfortable. We hope you guys were uncomfortable.
We sure were.
We definitely we weren't.
I felt comfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Content.
But no, we're super happy to be doing this, and if you like this episode, we hope to see you guys on Volume 2 and Volume 3 and then Wave 2, and yeah, we're super excited. So
God bless you all.
Thanks for tuning in, and God bless you all.
God bless America.
All right, let's roll.